All right, we're going to get you ready for aeration decompaction. This is your next tree preservation action, and you've already gotten some clues from your root collar excavation as to what sort of aeration and decompaction techniques that you might have to use. You've got trenching, you've got incorporation, you've got microclimates where everything changes on a tree-to-tree basis, sometimes within the area of a single tree. We've got trees as utilities that you're going to learn about, diagnostics and more core testing, safety. We've got 2 different size guns that we're going to introduce you to. You're going to teach you how to judge conditions in the critical root zone. At the beginning of Disc 2, we're going to introduce you to a brand new tool. And it's very manual, it's very new, but it's something that you might find exceptionally useful in certain types of circumstances. I know that we have. And this is where we get into some incorporation, where we begin to form topsoil. And the actions always lead into other actions. In other words, when you do aeration and decompaction, it's going to logically lead you into others. And so you can see from the graphic here where it leads in a circle, and in order to apply aeration and decompaction, one of the tree preservation actions, then this is the battle for balance. Balance, measure, and learn. We're going to teach you all about these steps. It's 90 minutes worth. Hang with it. Now there's a lot of talk there, but in the background we're showing you exactly how to use the tool, ergonomics, body position, and everything that you're going to need. So pay attention. You may have to watch it a time or two to get complete absorption of all of the information, but it's really useful to watch it over and over again until you know you've got it right. Jesse, my son, in his segment urges you to practice and make sure that once you get out there on the job and that there's money involved, that you've got it down pat and there's no guesswork involved. All right, we're at aeration and decompaction. This is a very important part of the process. It's one of the first actions that's likely to be taken once you do your root collar excavation. Once you look and see what the depth of mulch coverage or fill dirt coverage or level of compaction, all of these things are determined with the diagnostic tools that we have demonstrated for you in these sessions. You've got to learn them because these tools lead you to the kinds of information that you're going to create and cooperate this 5th element to get a plan. And this plan involves a new green shift where you are going to aerate and decompact. And aerate and decompact is all about soil porosity. It's all about the air down there. And it's one of the biggest problems associated with our urban environments today, and that is soil compaction. There's no air. It's either packed down too tight or it's covered and smothered. And if so, what you're going to do is in aeration decompaction, you're going to stimulate and animate right in here. Here we go. Stimulate, animate, and when you provide the right amount of airspace in the critical root zones of these problem trees that have been located through your observations in their designed ecosystem, you're going to see that everything begins to accelerate, because then there's space for water, air, nutrients, and the kind of additional amendments that you can put in to the process when you start to perform these actions here. You've got your 6 tree preservation actions. We're on the 2nd one now, aeration decompaction. Understand, and your customer must understand, that by cooperating and creating a plan here and going forward in their designed ecosystem, in the battle for balance, we're going to balance. I get a little bit tickled. Most of the time I tell them that the balance that we're most concerned about is the balance in their checkbook. Do they have the money to pay for it? And here's where the cooperation stage really kicks in, because if we can get them to help, one of the new normal standards that everybody's talking about is heightened customer expectations of service with less money to pay for it. And when they start hitting me with that, I'm just going to tell you, people, I asked them, I says, okay, what are you going to do to help us to lower the cost? We don't have but just so much ability to lower our price and still deliver the same kind of quality service that you demand. And so what is it that you're willing to do? How much sweat equity are you willing to put into it? And it really becomes a partnership. This is where the fifth element really comes to life. This is where shifting responsibility over to the trees and the landscape itself begins to come alive, where they understand that if we enable the trees on their own, they have the ability. Mother Nature has endowed them with the ability to take care of themselves. And we as the humans, as the stewards, as the fifth element, can control all of that, and aeration decompaction is a great step to do it.